Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. I am Kathy Adams Clark and this is a video about quickly editing your bird photos in Bridge using Adobe Camera Raw, and it comes in response to a question asked by Barbara Akers Ed on my YouTube channel, wanting to know just what's a real quick way to edit bird photographs. So this is method 2. I gave another method, I'll put a link down here, but this is method 2. Now, why do I use method 2? I use method 2 when I photograph the same species of birds several times during the day. So typical of when we're out photographing birds, you might photograph one bird species in the morning, see it again in the middle of the afternoon, see it again toward the end of the day. But this method 2 allows me to put all of those photos together so that I can edit all the photos that I took of that bird species in a given time together. So method 2, sharing my screen. I'm in Bridge, so those of you using Bridge, it's familiar to you. As I showed you in the previous video, I have brought all the photos in from my card. I have done an edit, select all, and added the metadata so that my copyright information is attached to all the photos. Okay, so in method 2, what I'm going to do is I'm first going to start by batch renaming the photos. And this is what I do if I have photographed different species of birds at various times during the day, or various times on the trip, or various times during the week, if I'm editing all those photos together. So why I'm going to do this is it puts the species of bird photos together, and then I can make a more logical choice whether to keep or throw away. So the first little group of photos that I've got from this rookery are tricolored herons. So I'm going to do a simple right click after I highlight all of those species of birds, do a batch rename, and in that first box, you see that this is the batch rename screen. In the first box, I'm going to put tricolored heron. I'm going to add another box. It's going to be a text box also. And I'm going to add my initials with no space over it. And then on the bottom, I'm going to add a sequence number. It's going to be 4 digits, so it's a serial number that I'm putting next to the bird name. And I'll just start at 1 in this instance. And by the way, I just let it roll all the way to 9,999 and let it roll around again. So if you look down here into the bottom on preview, it says I'm going to name 8 files that are be renamed. The current file name is what came out of my camera. The new file name will be tricolored heron KAC, my initials, 0001. And then I'm going to click rename. Come back down. Scroll through those photos again that I took, and you notice I've got a couple more tricolored herons right there. Whoops, missed one up here. So I'm just doing this with my Shift key and my Command key. Command key lets me select individual photos as long as I hold it down. Shift key, click the first photo, push the Shift key, hold it down, click the last photo in a series, and it'll select all of the photos in the series. Basic Command key, Shift key that we use in Mac SAM PCs. So I've selected these next group of tricolored herons, do a batch rename, and you notice that the name is still there. So now I'm on sequence number 9, rename. Scroll down, look through the photos real fast, scroll down, scroll down. I got some tricolored herons in here. They don't look very good. I might just throw those away completely, but not now. So all I'm doing is I'm going through and I am finding all the tricolored herons. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just finding all the tricolored herons. Batch rename again. Scroll down. And that's the last in the series of that for that shoot. So now I'm going to scroll back up to the top. And you see that I have a lot of great egrets. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to hold my command key on this one because I can see that I've got just a short little burst right down here. So I can go in and just individually select those while I hold down my command key. I hope you already know how to do that. And I had that little group of roseate spoonbills in there, so I can't just do a simple shift and select. And it looks like we've got them. Right click, batch rename, great egret. Scroll down again. And let's go in and find those great egrets some more. There's another batch of them in here. There we go. And I'm not going to start on those roseate spoonbills because then my great egret name won't be there anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Got all those roseates in there. There's some great egrets in here. Another group of great egrets. This is at a rookery in High Island, Texas. So there were a lot of great egrets. Here we go. And don't get obsessed if you miss one or two, because you can always do another renaming if you need to. So once you've renamed a bird, you can always rename it. There we go. And now I should have nothing but roseate spoonbills. Batch rename. And by the way, I put a space after the bird's name simply so that when the final photo has been renamed, it's roseate spoonbill space KAC and then the serial number after it. And you notice that we're up to photo number 166 now. So batch rename. And just in case you say, well, wait a second, where are the photos, Kathy? Notice up here that I've done a sort by file name. So that means that all the photos that I have renamed are going to be down here at the bottom because the other photos already have or still have that file name that came out of my camera. I've got all my great egrets batched together. I've got all my tricolored herons batched together. And I've got all of my roseate spoonbills batched together for that little group of photos. So this now allows me to do a real quick edit of those photos because they're grouped now by the name of the species. So I can be ruthless if I know I've already got a couple of good ones and I can easily throw away the bad ones. This is a real good way to get a down and dirty edit going of your photographs if you have been photographing a lot of different birds at different times during the day. So now refer to my video, link here, to how to open all of these up and do an initial edit. Highlight them all, double click, opens them into Adobe Camera Raw. Now I can do an edit, select all, do my basic edits of a tiny bit of texture, maybe 20, a tiny bit of vibrance, tiny bit of saturation, blow them all up to 100%, switch to the hand tool, and now I can start doing my edits. So that's method 2 of how you can edit bird photos quickly and fast. First method that I showed you in another video is just to select them all, bring them in, blow them up to 100% and start starring them. Second method is if you want to group the bird species together so that you can look at them as a group, then you can start the editing process, starring process. More videos to follow in how we do our processing, but this is just 2 methods showing you how to do some editing really fast on bird photographs. Thanks for joining me. I'm Kathy Adams Clark. If you've got any questions, post them below and I'll reply. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and then you're kept informed when I post new videos. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Kathy Adams Clark.